You're welcome. One of the extensively debated elements of President Bola Tinubu's leadership has been his dedication to preserving the rule of law. In this report, News Central's Ni Omoni once again engages with experts to evaluate the progress of the Tinubu administration in this regard.
This was a major statement made by President Bola Tinubu on Inauguration Day. Although there were initial indications that suggested the Tinubu administration had plans to prioritize the judiciary, such as the signing of the bill on new retirement age for judicial officers, concerns have arisen regarding the administration's respect for and perception of the rule of law. These concerns include the continued detention of the former AFCC boss Abdulrasheed Bawa and former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, as well as the appointment of cabinet members, some of whom are currently under investigation for corruption.
But when you go ahead, for instance, to appoint such people, you are sending a message to the anti-corruption agency that these are my people, these are my anointed, they shall not be touched. It's as simple as that. And then we also have the issue of Bawa, and that's the irony. The former EFCC boss, who accused certain people, especially some former governors, of corruption. Now, one or two of those people are in power today as minister. A head of the anti-corruption agency has been in detention for such a very long time. Under the laws of this country, he shouldn't spend more than 54 days in detention. He spent close to 70 days, if it is not more than that. But it is only the court that has that say in determining whether a man can lose his freedom for a purpose for the public good. For instance, with regards to Emefiele, I'm not exactly sure that his incarceration by the DSS is the responsibility of the DSS. There is an EFCC and there is an ICPC. These are their responsibilities. But in the past few months, we have seen an increased aggression, and aggressive behaviors and tendencies on the part of the DSS. They must be getting their brief and the encouragement from somewhere. And I cannot think of any other place than the presidency.
Legal experts have noted that the appointment of the new Attorney General of the Federation is a positive step for the administration, as his presence is presumed to address previous legal errors.
I am waiting now for the Attorney General to activate the process of having things done rightly from now onwards in terms of observance of rule of law. If we can make an excuse, we're making it because the man, Tinubu, may not be versed and schooled in issue of understanding what rule of law entails. Now you have an Attorney General that is a renowned person in the legal profession. One would expect that there won't be any repeat of what has happened so far, so that we can begin to rate the administration of rule of law now that we have a substantive Minister of Justice. That would be what I would take. But for now, before now, I don't think that the government has done well. Now you have it as an agenda. Maybe he should be sat down and schooled on the real meaning of rule of law. The rule of law means not violating the rights of your citizens, of obeying court orders, of ensuring that laws are complied with, that principles are adhered to.
Financial statements were put together and brought to me. I have refused to sign them. I will not sign them.
While corruption in and around the judiciary itself, such as the misappropriation of funds in the Nigerian Bar Association, continues to be a challenge, legal experts urge President Tinubu to genuinely commit to upholding the rule of law.
First of all, state executives, their excellencies, should ensure that they obey the rule of law and that things are done in tandem with the rules and regulations of their states, the laws, same thing at the federal level. And when there's a failure, they themselves must also try to ensure that if there's any breach, that they will call whoever is responsible or whatever institution is responsible to order.
If we have laws and you have sworn to those laws, the Constitution primarily, to obey the provisions of the Constitution, you have no other option than to respect it.
Furthermore, experts say how the administration handles pending legal issues and demonstrates respect for judicial independence will serve as indicators of its long-term commitment to legal framework of the nation. Ni Omoni, reporting for News Central Lagos.